welcome back to another video, everybody. It's Wednesday. We're back in Massa moving cows. We had 3 inches of rain yesterday, believe it or not. We're gonna have so much grass here, we're not gonna know what to do with it. We're gonna actually have to bring some more cows because the grass is kind of getting out of control. So they were here for 3 days. And now they didn't quite finish everything there. Still some old stuff, but we moved them anyways because we gotta get going. We want to do the rotation pretty quickly, but it's not turning out to be so quickly. We haven't done a rotation yet. Well, we're almost done the rotation on the north side. Friday we're actually going south from here, so we go down to the south part of the farm, and then after July, on the 1st of July, which is probably Saturday, I think, then we can come up here and go to that reserve pasture, but I'm not too sure yet if I'm going to go there. So we're going to leave the mineral feeder out of the pasture just because it's so wet. We'll come back Friday and fill it up. I don't want them to make a mud hole around it, especially with 3 inches of rain. You can see here the water troughs have actually overflowed. They've been filled up. All the low spots have been filled up. All the runs have been filled up with water. We got a lot of grass growing, so that's a good sign. Grass here. We're going to start leaving them longer. We can move them instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We can just do Monday and Friday soon, I think. I don't want to push it, but I think we can. Especially if you don't have. We usually have about 80 to 90 cow calf pairs here. Now we only have about 75. So with all this grass, gonna need more cows, I think. So every year we got to, we have to maintain, like that's our job here, is to maintain the property, make the grass go away, and trim everything. So part of the road that goes up to the highway, we have to bush hog alongside of it every year, just to make it look good. Along the side, so we're gonna get going with the bush hog. It's just a pain to drive here, it's pretty far, but it's got to get done, and now's kind of the time to do it. We also got to do the parking lot, make sure that looks all nice and neat for everybody that looks and passes by, and just gives a good name to the organization. So that's what we want to keep everybody happy. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, just got done moving these guys over, another strip. We had another calf the other day. Got about 4 calves left out of this group, which is nice. These are the same group of cattle that was at Massa that we were just checking. This is part of our spring group. They're just the last ones to calf, the slow ones, the stragglers. Call them whatever you want, but they're still on track. They're nothing unexpected to be calving at this date. normal because we've moved the calving dates back, so that's perfectly fine. Just as long as they calf soon, because if they don't calf within the date, that means they're not full. So we got maybe 4 that are not full, but we'll still wait, see what they are. Even that, we'll still keep them if they're not full, try to breed them again. As for the grass, it's beautiful, it's growing good. Just the hill here is a little bare and they kind of muck it up, which isn't good, but it's hard not to. You'd almost have to fence it off and not let them go in it at all, but it is what it is for the hill. It's usually how it is. So we're gonna go unhook the sprayer and hook on the bush hog and hit the Masso and start bush hogging. All right, just ran over it with some grease, just U-joints. She's all ready to go. She's a little beaten up, but we put many acres through this thing. Used to have wheels, we took them off and put chains, and we put a top link like that, and it works a hell of a lot better. Anyway, we got more batteries now for the DeWalt stuff. I bought an electric weed whacker yesterday, and I gotta say, it really goes through the batteries. Probably wasn't the best idea. Should have got a gas, but it does work pretty sweet. I was just amazed how heavy the base was because the electric motor's down there. So it's not balanced at all. You had a little bit of weight when you had the battery pack, but it's still, I think, that's about balancing, you know, so you're always, I don't know, it's an odd little contraption, but it's nice not to have to wear earplugs. And it actually does a pretty good job, so. And we got this for the baler, so that's gonna be handy. So we'll go to Masso. We'll have to remember to bring the key with us so we can get in. Wouldn't want to drive there and forget the key. We got the 6010. And I don't feel like taking the loader off. So it's starting to rain again. This would be a perfect lazy day activity. So it's 10:08. We'll see how long it takes us to get there. Probably around 20 to 30 minutes. If we don't get any traffic. Might get some traffic in Thurso. There's some construction, so it might be a little longer. There's our wheat field. Looks like it's ready soon. Nah, starting to turn a little bit though. Probably full of fusarium or something. Almost there. 10:28. Hops a little bit, this tractor, a little shorter than the other ones. All right, we're back. We made it. 10:33. So we're gonna bush hog all, maybe along the highway a little bit, all that. And this area here. So we'll get at it. Go nice and slow. Try not to shoot any rocks onto the highway. Done that before. Gonna have to get a GoPro one of these days. God, that would be handy right now. Alright, I can't do this with one hand. And I'll show you the end results. Alright, so we're mowing the lawn, making it look all nice and pretty. I should have showed you the front what I did, but I'll show you that later. This is just the entrance gate. We usually put cows here. This is actually the holding pen. But I don't like putting cows in here because there's only one wire connecting the cows to the road, so I just don't do that. We just kind of leave it build up, and when we bring the cows home in the fall, they got something to eat while we're hauling them home and while they're waiting for the next load to come through. So it doesn't really need to be bush hog, but I like to make it look all nice and pretty. the guys ever come through to check out on the dams, they got a drive through here, so they take their car through. So I wanted to make it look nice and drivable. Right now it looks like you need a 4-wheel drive to get through here. So we're gonna get all that mowed down. Hopefully don't hit any birdies or any Bambis or something. You never have. You never know. Hitting gravel, that's about it. Alright, well, we're gonna go that way. Alright, so this is pretty much done. We're all the way up there. Did the sides here. Did as much as we can. They're all banked pretty good, the sides here, so you can't go over too much until you fall into the ditch. You can really just kind of push it to the limit here, but it gets pretty sketcy pretty quick. So let's not do that. And my bush hog didn't go down. It's supposed to go down, not all the way down. So yeah, we'll try to get as close as possible. Won't turn again. It is pretty wet, but still cuts. So here we can go over a little bit more. Get another cut. So yeah, boring as it is, but it has to get done. Alright, that's the yard we did. We even got in there. Couldn't quite come in here, it's pretty wet. But yeah, we're done. Onwards. It's 11:38. See how long it takes to get home. Home at 12:06. I don't know if so we're back in the bush hog. We got these little islands, we call them, in the hay fields. We just cut this first cut field here. And I just, you know, every year we get further and further out, and I'm just wondering how much possible rock could there be. I know it's bedrock, it kind of pokes out, but we're gonna bush hog it down and see what we can find. I know there's a couple big rocks, but take it slow, and we'll see what happens. It'd be nice to maintain this island anyways. It is pretty thick. I'm gonna dump a couple of loads of manure on it. Maybe we can work this land, because that's, you can see exposed bedrock here, but I mean, that's not a big deal. Trim it down with the bush hog a little bit. And if there's any big boulders, we can just pick them up and get them out of here. Alright, so that wasn't so bad. I don't know, nothing there. Went pretty much down the middle. These are good places for weeds to grow. So, we should do this every year, but never really get around to doing it. Alright, well, we're gonna keep going, and we'll show you when we find something. Well, I'm embarrassed. The reason why we don't cut this area with the discline is, well, I don't know. There's no reason. I've been cutting around this patch with the discline because of this and because of this little rock poking up. It's not really a rock, it's just a mound. Well, it is a rock actually. So yeah, there really is nothing to be worried about, and I have no idea why we have not been cutting this with the discline. We can literally put some manure on top and make it good again. But here there's nothing. I'm actually quite embarrassed. I've been cutting. I don't know what happened. I think just over the years I think we used to go around this tree, and then one year we didn't, and then it just connected. And so we're gonna go over to this next, see what's wrong with that. But I'm glad I bush hogged through here, just so we know. We know now, we can just come through. Maybe get a little stick or something and mark it out. But that's really not a problem. I mean, we run over worse things than this. So, we continue. So, it's probably not what this is made for, but I'm pushing a tree back that fell. We couldn't quite get it cut before we were starting to do the first cut, so we kind of just went around it before I forget about it. I'm trying to get it out of here. So far so good, as long as it doesn't hook on. It's a pretty tough bush hog. Alright, so that's the little patch. I'm just gonna probably not gonna bush hog it. I'm just gonna leave it. Make sure there's no branches in it. That's some nice alfalfa and clover in there. Alright, so this thing mulches poplar trees pretty good. Cleaned up this corner. There's still a cage wire fence right there I'd like to take out. Then it would be really nice. We couldn't really drive through it because the road's kind of screwed up here, but there's still T-posts I gotta take out. That's bad on the tires, so. And it's raining again. Well, we're not really making ruts in the field, so I'm just gonna go along here, and there's another little field on the inside of the bush there I like to clean up. Well, this is a nice field. I don't know why we've never cut it, so I think we will start cutting it. And across right there, the ditch kind of ends. There are a couple stumps and stuff in the way, but we'll clean them up, and we got ourselves a quarter of an acre, or yeah, maybe I'd say. Not too bad. Hasn't been cut in a long time, so even if we put some cows in here, it wouldn't be too bad. I have never ever been in this particular spot in my entire life. How funny is that? Anyways, we had a stump there, or a piece of a tree. So we'll clean that up and cut all these brushes down, and we'll be good to go. And we got more land. So here we got a prime example of how the poplars started growing. You can see there's some really big ones I can't push over. They're about 6-inch diameter. There's little ones that are starting to grow, and it really just pushes back the field, and the bush starts to grow. So I pushed it back as much as I could, but over the years, you'll have nothing. It takes a while, but the field will come back to bush. That's why it's good to maintain everything. It's hard when you got a lot of land, though. So this is about right. There was a tree that fell down there. We gotta clean that up more. But this is almost discline worthy. There too, there's some stumps. I think someone had cut a tree and left it there or something, but here too there's a little bit of mound of dirt. Once I get the bucket on the loader here, I can push some stuff around. Once it dries up, it might be a little bit better. Now we got some spruce trees in the corner and some some birch. Well, we found another field. It's pretty rough, but it's doing the job. I don't see nothing wrong. We haven't really hit anything yet. There's a couple rock islands there, but that's about it. And we're just pushing the bush back in certain spots. Pretty thick grass. Can't really see out the back window.
today and just try to find more ground here. So this kind of could connect to a hayfield if we wanted it to. Take out a lot of the trees. Little stuff. Not too bad. Pretty sure that's an apple tree, but I'm gonna take that out too. See how hard they are to cut. Poplars are pretty easy to cut. The apple tree should be pretty easy too. Crab apple tree. Alright, so I'm done here. Gotta look everything over because I wouldn't be surprised if something was broken. So this is kind of like the bar for taking trees down. This is bent pretty good. I've been shearing off poplar trees at that. Well, this is the end result. It smells like silage. It practically is. So we had an electric fence running around here a long time ago. And it is right there. I wouldn't want to come and fix it now. I kind of pushed it all on top of it. So yeah, we pushed back a fair bit of brush. A lot of poplars are just growing out, blocking everything. I'd like to cut to some branches too. Here would be nice. I was thinking of a bush hog for the front end loader. Something that runs off hydraulics and you can just pick it up and shred the branches. That'd be pretty cool. We also went up there by the beehive and cleaned that up. Keep an eye on my tires. Make sure I get nothing stuck in them. These agri-bibs are starting to crack. Whew. And get that in the tire screw. So we're gonna move down there, I think, to the corner. There's another corner that needs to be bush hogged. So well-deserved maintenance day. Alright, we're made it back home. We're just along the railway track here. There's a super dirty window. I mean, super dirty. Anyways, you kind of get where we're going. That's what we're doing. Okay, well, we're parked for today. That went pretty well. Got a lot done, but there is a lot more to do. We're still doing this every day, but at this point, it's a fast routine. While they're doing that, I go and scrape up because I don't have to watch them anymore. So it works out all right, yeah. So sorry for this boring video, but that's what it is. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, everybody.